right, continue.
He doesn't know what to do now.
Magic's lost.
Right. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Do it. I don't know. What to...
See,
What
that's
were
a
you-
more quotable movie than Step Brothers. Talladega Nights, the ballad of Ron Burgundy.
Wait, I thought that was
Wait.
Step Brothers.
Huh?
Was that not
this
Step
never
Brothers?
happened? Wait,
It's all Step Brothers. I'm in a glass cage of emotion. Step Brothers.
Okay.
Where'd you get a hand grenade? Step Brothers.
Ben, tell me more about Now That's What I Call Cinco's Volume 1. Or
What's
is that it? Did you have nothing?
What's that?
Okay, so you had nothing. Okay, great.
Oh, so now that's what I call Cinco's Volume 1. So in the coming weeks, I propose that for our movie of the week, we randomly assign one of us to choose a category of movie, and then we randomly choose one of us to share what they think is the best movie in that category.
Wow, that sounds like it
Interesting.
fixes a lot of our problems.
Not my alcohol addiction.
So I mean, surely this offer has to be something like $1,000
be
or
true.
$1,500. How much is this?
I'd pay you $1,000 to fix that problem.
How much are the
Wow,
people
well-
at home gonna pay for this, Ben?
Well, wait until you hear the price that I have for you folks today. We're not going to be charging you the full $15.99. We're going with a sweet free 99. That's right, free 99. Call
Wait, how many-
1-800. What?
Wait, how many payments is that?
It's Cinco payments of Cinco 99. That's right. Call in now, and we'll also
Wait,
throw in.
Now I call that Cinco's Volume 2? What?
With all of the greatest hits, such
And
as
we'll even throw in. Now that's what I call a Cinco Christmas, and now that's what I call a Cinco Kwanzaa. Absolutely free.
I don't know what Kwanzaa.
Wait, that's Hava from. That's the Jewish one. That's
I don't know what
Hanukkah.
Kwanzaa music sounds like.
Kwanzaa. Oh,
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Hey,
Kwanzaa.
I made you out of play. Kwanzaa. With Kwanzaa I shall play.
Olay! All right. Well, that's a preview of. No, that's Cinco's Christmas holiday version. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Dos Now Cinco's. This is episode number 40.
Woo,
This
we
week-
made it to
yeah,
another 10.
I know. This week we will be covering the movie Extraction. That one's the one on Netflix, as well as what we've been doing the last, month and a half now. Street Shark Season 3, Episode 4, entitled First Shark. As always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Wow, that was it?
Well, I got another thing.
Fuck
This.
fuck butts. What do you want me to
Fuck
say,
butts.
David?
I don't know. No, I'm so used to having Ben say I'm Stu.
Oh
Well,
well.
That's always
This
a risk.
episode is as old as you, David. Congratulations.
Got him.
This
You're
episode's
old.
not 50.
This
This
episode
episode's
can't
having a
get senior
midlife
discounts.
crisis.
No, that happened last year. That's too much. Okay. So I didn't even know. So outside of our movie of the week, and also catching up on some Street Sharks, what else have you guys been watching, Ben?
I actually haven't had a chance to do much this past week. Been busy with some other things. So hit me up next week where I'm going to talk about Street Sharks episode 6, even though I know it's going to be 5, and fuck over everyone else.
Okay, what about you, Stu?
Is that a thing that happened? Did I miss that?
Guess.
It's
I have
it's
no
gonna
idea.
happen.
Okay.
It's gonna
Okay.
happen.
You're planning on it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know, just so you can
Okay,
prepare and
thanks
not
for
be
the head-
taken.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
No, I haven't really been watching too many things. I did watch kind of in the background the other day, just because Ace Ventura, and
Ooh,
then
the cartoon.
I wish
Oh,
they should have that somewhere.
Is that available?
I don't know, but now I
It should
want
be
to
on
find it.
YouTube or something.
Oh, okay. Well,
And there was
now,
that
after-
episode where it crossed over with The Mask.
oh damn.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I think we might have to audible to that after Street Sharks is over. We're
Wait,
we're
Wait,
it's on Audible?
No.
Okay.
This episode
Okay,
is not
Ben.
sponsored by
Ha, ha,
Audible. 'Cause
ha.
Ben,
Yeah, it's sponsored by
Wow.
Blue Apron. Get
Chapter
your first
1,
6
The
boxes.
Mask. Jim Carrey enters.
Enter Jim Carrey. Dingy,
okay.
dingy office, raining outside. Okay. Cigarette smoke fills the room. This is my screenplay, by the way.
Wow, this sounds like
it's-
Leslie Nielsen is
it's-
narrating this.
It's it's the Mask Noir. No, yeah, but other than that, not really. Just been watching a lot of. I don't know why this is my new thing to have on in the background, but Resident Evil.
hentai.
No, well, that's always in the background. I'm talking about stuff that I don't pay attention to, which is
Oh yes.
Resident Evil speedruns. So
Ooh, nice.
3, 1, 2.
all kinds. Actually, pretty much any whatever like survival horror game the guy's playing. I'm watching it.
Do they have any like special tricks? I guess, kind of like reminiscent of the Super Mario.
It depends. I guess depends what run they're doing. So I'm learning a lot about these speed runs is different ones. They can do like glitchless or knife only, no damage,
Knife only.
random items, all kinds of different runs. Yeah.
Wow, knife only sounds very entertaining because I never used the knife once. I would just be
yeah.
like, oh, we're out of ammo.
Run
Just
away.
gonna die and start over. Buy more ammo somewhere else.
Something interesting, although I feel like this is kind of cheating, but like they play a lot on PC, like remastered versions and do the knife only, but like apparently knife at like the higher frame rate does like way more damage than like anything else. So
Wait,
How does
for
that-
which one?
How does that work?
all kind like Resident Evil, I think like the remake of the first one for GameCube or the
Okay.
HD remaster, I think.
Okay.
Something about the
Got it.
boosted frame rates like somehow affects the DPS of the knife. So
Yeah, I actually heard that a lot of remasters had that problem where when they port it over, they don't actually take into account the faster clock speed of the game or something. How it
Mhm.
matches up with the console.
yeah.
Which is a perfect segue into Kingdom Hearts. So apparently, when they ported over Kingdom Hearts, the faster clock speed didn't allow you to actually beat a certain boss because of the clock speed not matching the actual in-game clock that would show up for this particular boss. Do you want me to keep going?
Not really.
Nobody's stopping you though.
Okay, well, so in the beginning, there was the Master of Masters, and the Master of Masters had 6 disciples, one of them being...
Okay, you can stop now.
Okay.
I knew he was gonna run out of steam pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Although I do have one question: who's the boss?
Who your boss?
Are we
Which
watching
boss?
that? Are we gonna watch
Yeah,
that
we're gonna
show?
watch Who's the Boss. Yeah,
Who's the boss? Okay.
I just wanted to state the name of a show, just randomly.
Okay.
Who's the
Scrubs.
Family Matters.
Boss
Full
Sanford and
time.
Sons.
All right. Let's play this game. All right, we're gonna play this game. Let's play this game. All
Okay,
right.
let's do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right, go.
Shows that your parents wouldn't let you watch Sanford and Sons. Family Matters. Proud Family. Smart Guy.
That wasn't the game, but okay.
South Park.
South Park.
I think you made up your own rules there.
I always make up my own rules. I don't listen to anyone's rules. I live fast.
Okay.
I live dangerous. I'm not giving up my gun or my bag. Or
I'm
my
not off this case. What were we talking about? I don't know.
Speaking of shows that your parents didn't let you watch, season 3, episode 4, Street Sharks.
Is 'cause of-
First shark opens with a shot as Slamu as president, Ripster vice president. Go.
Yeah, my parents didn't let me watch Street Sharks as a kid because of the graphic sex scenes. Which
Gratuitous nudity
Yeah.
and political and charged political statement.
they're not here to stop me now. So,
Guys, any key thought for me? What I pulled away from this is Slamu is not my president.
yeah, if you were gonna vote, let's do this. If you were to
Yeah.
vote for Street Shark, who would you vote for?
Ooh.
Ripster.
He's natural leader. Huh? I see that. Yep.
Stu?
I would go Streaks. Just bring some style to the White House.
All right, Ben.
Has to be Slamu.
Shut up!
It
No.
has to be. It has to be.
Why Slamu?
He has the vision. He has the drive. He has the American shark people in mind.
He's more
He's-
worried about working out than what
yeah,
happens.
he's gonna
good.
make America swole again.
Yeah.
All right,
come
okay,
on.
he got my vote now.
Yeah, I
Make
changed my
America
vote.
slam again.
I noticed that they really leaned into this idea that every time they get upset about something, he throws his TV away. Is that because, like, for me, I feel like their Best Buy account's got to be gold or platinum,
Did
like
Best
for the
Buy even
rewards.
exist back then?
I'm sure Best Buy was around in '95.
Yeah, this is like 94 though, I think. 95.
Okay, 92. Okay, fine. His
I think you
Circuit
meant
City
to
bill
say
must
Circuit
be
City. Yeah, there you go.
his good guys.
Or Good Guys, yeah.
Yeah, his good guys account was probably just like, oh, Slime destroyed another TV again. All right, here comes another one.
Shit. What other
I
electronic stores were there?
right, Radio Shack.
Radio Shack?
This is the game we should play.
name
Who can
name
name the most oldest
defunct electronic or things from the 90s.
CompUSA.
Oh, I think you win, dude. I can't go any further. I was gonna say Fry's, but Fry's is technically still around.
Yeah, but they're like
It's a shell of itself.
yeah,
but
they're
just like
it's a
me.
disgrace.
well, okay, all right. Really quick segue. When was the last time you guys stepped into a Fry's?
A long
Stu.
time ago, but I have heard what it has become, and it saddens me.
It's a ghost town.
I heard. Well, actually, the last time I was there, the
Wow.
I was disappointed because like all the places where the PC hardware was, like they just had like pictures of it and nothing there. It was like I want to look
You
at it
could
though.
buy this if we were still operating as
Yeah.
a store.
If you want to buy this, go online like everyone else.
Wait, there's
No,
pictures
wait,
of it
2 days.
in like in picture frames or something, so you go back there and reminisce and like touch the photos. And
Yeah. Well,
just-
it's more like an art gallery where everyone walks by and kind of ponders it and interprets it, and then they walk away.
I don't want to get too far into this, but there was a video that came out. I think it was around beginning of January where CES was. And there's this one YouTuber. I don't usually particularly follow him, but when I was building my computer, I kind of followed him and he kind of showed up on my feed. So I clicked on the YouTube video because he was talking about Fry's. And so he lives in Southern California. He went to his local Fry's and just was like, dude, it's CES week. There should be like tons of stuff and all that. And I guess that he like went onto Reddit or something like that. And apparently one of the employees leaked that they had taken all of the inventory and aggregated all of it in the Las Vegas Fry's so that way it looked like they were still good for business.
Oh
Damn.
shit.
So the guy flew out that night, red eye flight from LA. Well, not really red eye, but like a last minute flight. Him and his wife flew all the way to Vegas and they shot the video. They walked in the Fry's completely packed,
Damn.
full of stuff. But it's like older generation stuff, like X99, some of the like older like Sandy Bridge like processors and stuff like that. And then he even pulled one of like the employees and asked him, was like, was this how it looked like a couple weeks ago? He goes, no. A couple weeks ago we had like maybe 4 like because he was talking about his store back in LA and he's like, yeah, we went to like the computer section, motherboards, two motherboards, 1 processor, and it wasn't even the matching one to the actual motherboard in the store. They had like 2 versions of RAM. They had 1 graphics card, and they were just like, "This is the saddest thing they'd ever seen." And I was like, that's what happens with big box stores. You just don't have that anymore. Amazon's taking over. Newegg's taking over. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Just kind of like, since the last time, I kind of wanted to go into a Fry's just to see and be like, I guess I could buy some candy to help you guys out,
Yeah.
but I really don't need.
Yeah, if you need
anything.
like a washer, dryer, or a refrigerator, I guess you could go there.
Yeah, but they were like, man, their stuff is like super outdated and everything. So, but
Yeah.
that's their Fry's update. Just back to Street Sharks. Who thought it was kind of interesting that the Street Sharks are supposed to be one of the most intelligent animals, or they're supposed to be like more intelligent because they're sharks, and yet they trust Shrimp Louie right out the gate.
Well, they're naive and young.
He's such a swell guy. Hey guys, I'm so tired of
They're still learning about the world.
paradigm. Yeah.
They're still learning about the world. They got like 2 other seasons to learn about it.
They're still teenagers.
Dumbass teenagers. God damn, 2 seasons of this dude trying to kill him, and they're like, "Yeah,
I
let's
know.
go
It's
trust
like,
him."
dude, like it's a trap. Like it's like seriously, how do you not think that? And then when they get trapped, how do they not realize that the floor is concrete?
I don't know. Why
Why are
didn't
they
they just
trying to?
shark? They seem to be able to shark dive out of any other material, so why didn't they just do that?
They had to dorsal slam their way, but they
Yeah,
just kept yelling the words dorsal slam. Like if
yeah.
they didn't know how to
Well,
dorsal slam,
if
if
you
they
don't
didn't say it,
if you don't say it, then it doesn't make it so.
just
So
doesn't have any power behind it.
yeah, you gotta really
Okay.
put your put your voice into it.
And then I guess this ended up becoming kind of like a public service announcement that even a shark can become
Mm,
president.
Yep, I'd
How
vote
does that
for it.
make you guys feel?
I'd vote for it if it was on the next election. I'd vote for the shark.
Wow, who could
Do you
imagine
think
an
that
orange creature becoming president? That's crazy.
well, maybe it's foreshadowing. Maybe it's not an actual shark. Maybe it's somebody that
Nope,
was on Shark
nope,
Tank.
nope, nope, nope.
Mark Cuban
Nope.
as
I
Wow,
want
president,
here
a
we go.
literal
Here we go.
shark in a tank,
or it could be the founder of
or
the
in a
shark vacuum.
nope,
Wow.
I don't know what his actual
nope.
name is.
David,
I
you're
should
not
have
hearing
Googled
me.
that.
I want a shark in a tank, or in some type of paradigm power armor, where he's just full of water.
We will eat again. We will just eradicate all of the seals
Yep,
on the planet.
yep.
I don't know what the shark's platform would truly be, but it'd be probably pretty
Probably
bloody.
just more chum. Everyone, bring more chum. That's all he wants.
I don't know
Uh,
why, but it kind of reminisces. Like I'm envisioning a shark giving a speech, and for some reason, you guys both watch The Office, right?
Yeah.
I only watch the British
When
Office because the American Office
all
is
right, I'm muting Stu. Um, the the speech that Dwight gives at the salesman's conference.
Oh, the banging one. The
Yeah. I imagine that, but in shark form.
but with little fins
Correct.
slamming on the podium.
We will rise and have a great republic, and then we will stir the chum again.
He
But
didn't do a Hitler thing in that one, did he? Or I can't
no, that was
remember.
the Hitler thing where he was like, oh yeah, because Jim gives him a speech inspired by some of the greatest speakers,
Oh,
and
okay,
he like gives him the version of like I don't know whatever it was called, but
okay,
the Hitler speech.
okay, and they loved it.
But yep,
Uh, but yeah, I think when this episode first opened up, I was like, "The fuck did we become president? We like make a run at the White House and Slamu's president now?" And then it's revealed to us that it's a dream. And then I was sitting there going like, I wouldn't put it past this show to just have suddenly changed the storyline such that they're in the White House now, and that's where we're at. So I was ready to accept it, but then they pulled the rug out from under me.
since this show is like turned out to be so random, what's the most random thing that you couldn't imagine since we don't haven't seen the rest of the season yet? They'd be like, okay, the most random thing that they would do is this. What would it be for you?
Ooh.
If they just like hung out and just like chilled for an episode.
You saw them playing like pool and hanging
Or-
out in the
No,
shark hut.
we see them play pool from time to time. But I just like chilling,
What
just
if
like not doing anything. What?
what if they had to, or they needed this piece of technology, and the only way they can get it in a race against Dr. Paradigm was a
Pod
burger eating
racing.
contest?
Oh, I was gonna say pod racing.
Or
A
that,
what
I would
eating?
totally watch that.
A
I
what
would
eating
totally watch
contest?
a
A
burger
burger
eating.
eating contest.
Mondo burger, dude. I want a Mondo burger.
Me too.
That sounded really
Every,
good. I was
every
like,
time
man,
we
that's
go
what
to
I
the
should
burger
head there.
place, I want to go there.
I want to go to there.
Mm-hmm.
All
All right,
well,
Liz Lemon.
sorry.
Um,
Well, if we could have anything from 30 Rock, it would be the cheesy blaster.
Liz Lemon. Oh.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Did you guys catch the JFK line?
I did not. What? Can you remind me?
So it was when like the Secret Service guys were after I think Slamu grab the president. The Secret Service guys were chasing after and shooting at him, and then one of the Secret Service guys was like, "Stop shooting! You'll hit the president. What are you guys, the CIA?"
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, is that the Harvey reference to the grassy knoll? And
I believe that's what it was, based on my
Wow.
limited knowledge of history.
confirmed by actually, it's been confirmed. Yep, just in, it's been confirmed that is a JFK reference. Thank you, Darren.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bohannon.
thank you, Darren Bohannon.
Oh, wait,
He
no,
doesn't listen to our podcast, right?
no.
Oh, excellent. So we
No,
just
he's just a correspondent. We just phone him in sometimes.
Yeah,
that's right. He's always phoning it in.
Darren, what do you see? What are you seeing out there? Oh, he's not answering.
It's raining.
It's
It
going
was
right.
raining. Oh, sorry, that's Thomas.
The Byzantines are the best. Thanks, Darren.
He got Brutus.
Okay.
All right, moving on. So as I think part of what we are doing now is just kind of keeping record of what's happening in the world. Because when we started this podcast 40 weeks ago, we didn't know what the coronavirus was. And we've been through the highs, and now we're about to start going back to work. And so slowly but surely things are opening up, and they've included sports arenas as as essential businesses in some certain sense. So that's the reason why some sporting events are happening in Florida. For example, the UFC staged a fight 2 weeks ago. WWE is continuing to film events, and they're considering more events in Florida. And then they actually just ran a golf tournament. Well, not really a tournament, a charity event on Sunday.
Oh, tell us more about the golf tournament, David.
Well, let me tell you about it. It's the tailor-made driving relief. It's there. It's 4 top golfers in the top 50. Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy as your world number 1, Ricky Fowler, and
Oh my
Matt
god,
Wolff.
dude, you have a gun I could borrow. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Here, no, I'm gonna use all of them on me.
Wait.
Rory McIlroy and
Oh,
Dustin
God.
Johnson played for the United States Nurses Foundation. Ricky Fowler, Matt Wolff played for the CDC, and the winner was Rory McIlroy. They played it closest to the pin. At the very end, it was thrilling. It was a lot of fun. Following up this week is on Memorial Day weekend, which is coming up, will be the match 2, which is a rematch of Tiger Woods versus Phil Mickelson. With Tom Brady and Peyton Manning as their partner.
I actually kind of do want to see. I don't want to watch it, but I want to see like the highlights.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. I mean, the format for them is interesting because the first 9 holes, it's just whoever gets the lowest score, that team will win. The second half, the other
highest
9
score.
holes.
Whoever gets the
No,
highest score.
actually, that'd be awesome if they did that. But what they're doing is they're doing alternate shot. So they'll both tee off, and then whatever ball they pick, whoever hit that ball has to take whoever hits the ball, his partner ends up hitting from that spot
Okay.
using the same ball. So it's like, for example, if me and Stuart, you and I were playing, and then I would hit a ball, and let's say mine was further, so that means that you would have to hit my ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's alternate shot. So it kind of will add a little bit more flavor to that. Currently, right now, Tiger Woods is paired up with Peyton Manning. They actually have the highest betting odds. They're at 200. They're at 2-1. And then Tom Brady and his partner Phil Mickelson are at a underdog at 2-1, roughly speaking, like 1.5 to 1. So
I feel like Tom Brady should have been paired with Tiger Woods, but
see, that was the thing, is because Peyton Manning he won the coin flip, he got to pick his partner, so he picked Tiger Woods.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit unfair if it was Tom Brady and Tiger Woods, because Tom Brady is actually a better golfer than
what if
Peyton
Tom
Manning.
Brady picked Peyton Manning?
That would have been horrible. That would have literally been the worst.
The massacre, a golf massacre.
I think it would be like, Well, Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson finished the hole. Tom and Peyton are still trying to figure out who's driving the cart. And yep, this thing is all over, folks. It's all over.
And the
But
crowd goes wild. Oh wait, no, they
and
don't
there's
because
nobody there.
golf. Nobody
So
goes wild for golf.
yeah. So what? Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
moving off of golf now.
Yeah, moving off of golf. So we starting to ease back. Unfortunately, movie theaters have still not come back yet. So it's still the same top three: The Wretched, How to Build a Girl, and Burnt Orange Heresy. I don't know. These are all IFC movies. Nobody really cares about just yet. So I think maybe end of June we'll have a box office rundown again.
Well, actually, I wanted to bring something up. So, in this past
Sure.
week, we did actually get a major theater release that was put out on streaming services, which was the Scooby Doo
Angry Birds
movie.
3.
No,
Oh.
God damn it, there was a Scooby Doo movie, which you
I
might be
saw that.
interested in, David. Oh, there you go, there you go. He watched.
No,
it.
I saw the release. I haven't seen the movie.
Sure. Okay. Wink. Wink.
Is this the Orange Origin
Yeah.
story?
This is the Orange Origin
Doink
story.
Scoob! Oh, sorry, I couldn't help.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. So yeah, that recently came out, and for our listeners in Southern California, particularly the Orange County area, this coming Saturday, we're actually getting a drive-in movie experience. So that's pretty interesting. We don't really have a dedicated drive-in theater spot, but this coming Saturday, the Frida Cinema joining forces with I can't remember the other party that's involved with this, but it is located in Fullerton. They are hosting a drive-in movie night, and they will be doing, I believe, The Princess Bride, $20 a car.
Oh, awesome.
Muckenthaler Cultural
There,
Center.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, it's $20 a car. Ticketing will be opening tomorrow, 12 p.m. And I don't know when we're going to release this, so I don't know how relevant that's going to be. But
We'll
yeah,
post it on our Facebook.
Several
yeah.
weeks after, for sure.
Yeah, but it's going to be an interesting experience, you know. It's going to be a fun little exercise in how we deal with social distancing and how we handle entertainment in a pre-COVID-19 world. And I think this will be a great opportunity to go and support the Frida Cinema, which is also
Yeah.
known for showing The
Room.
Room.
The Room, the
That I
experience.
still sitting on 1,000 plastic spoons.
Me too.
Yep.
I am sitting on only 995 spoons.
Did you run out of spoons in your kitchen or something?
Or did you run out
Well,
of
they
toilet
were
paper?
just sitting there. And
It's the nearest thing. I got to scoop it out.
hey, they're the Frida is actually sponsored by Common Thread Collective. That's pretty cool.
When
Yeah.
is this event again?
May
Is this
23rd.
coming? Yeah, I believe 8:15. Doors open at 6:30.
Car doors open at 6:30.
Oh,
Do you know exactly where it's at? Like what's the venue that they can do a drive-in at?
The Muckenthaler Cultural Center.
yeah, that place. I'm
The
not really
Muffin
sure.
Color
The muff
Cultural.
the muffin
Muck.
color,
Muck
Is
and
that like
Thaler.
the muff diver cultural center.
In 1999, the Muckenthaler received designation by the National Register of Historical Places. In its 54 years, the Muck produces more than 60 performances, gallery exhibits, festivals, and special events, and more than 3,500 hours of art education classes at the Muck, and in 25 outreach sites, serves more than 41,000 people every year.
Thanks, PA guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would like to go to that.
Yeah, I would definitely encourage everyone to go, especially if you are a fan of just movies in general. The Frida Cinema is a nonprofit theater. You know, they really need all the help they can get. It's definitely a theater for movie enthusiasts, you know, just people who enjoy movies. So if you do enjoy movies and what it brings to your life, please go and support the Frida Cinema.
And go to a drive-in theater because who knows how long
Oh,
those
yeah.
things are going to last. But
Yeah,
hey, we
seriously.
might see a resurgence to be able to see those. You know, it would be if I could pick somebody to help out with this. I would love to see the Alamo do something like that with the drive-in
Ooh,
theater.
that would be wonderful. That'd be amazing.
Right? Bring the
Yep,
food
the full
and just
menu.
see what else they could do with the adult milkshakes. I don't know if it's if it's drive-in theater. Kind of a little
Hey,
bit.
it's no different than a bar, okay?
Yeah.
You can go get a drinks at a bar and then go get in your car. So what the fuck's the difference?
The difference is this isn't actually in your car.
Yeah, but you're not
They can
driving.
force you to
It's
take
in
an Uber.
parked. It's
Uber.
shut off. You're not driving. It's not driving.
That's true.
Did we already say? Sorry, this is
Keys are in the ignition.
not if you're an idiot.
Scrubs.
They're in the ignition. Well, you
Well,
want your
count me
battery to
as an
die?
idiot.
Okay.
How else do you turn on your car if the engine
Well,
isn't running?
wait, actually, you have to have your radio on. So,
Oh,
Unless you bring your own radio.
oh, that's true.
or
Bring your own
headphones?
radio.
Do they have
Bring
Bluetooth
your own radio. Don't contribute to carbon
emissions?
emissions.
Monoxide poisoning.
That too. It kills thousands of people a year. I don't know what the actual stat is, but all right, go ahead, Stu. Sorry for interrupting.
Did we already make fun of David for trying to like let's go see The Wretched? And he's like, no,
Wait, see the what?
The
The what?
Wretched.
The Wretched.
That's the
Wait, was
movie.
that
That's one of the
Stu?
movies that's out.
Oh yeah, well, we did give him shit for that.
That's from 2019.
Well, it's out now
Yeah, David.
in the
Yeah, you
place.
guys go watch it in theaters.
What you
Join
gonna
us for our
get?
new movie next week, The Wretched.
You gonna get
Dear
spooked?
God. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm.
Now that
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Hell yeah.
okay, well, join us next week for That's What I Call Cinco's Spooky Edition.
It's just me. Just ah! No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no.
can't wait for October to roll around again. We need to plan out a more spooky schedule.
Ooh, I know what I'm choosing. The Santa Claus 3. Woo!
Is
It
Tim
scared
Allen in
us
that
more.
one?
Wait, didn't
Nope.
we want to watch Krampus? I don't think I ever watched that.
We can watch
I didn't-
Krampus sometime, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Anyways,
Yep. So, all right. So there's no box office rundown for that, but I thought you guys would like to just kind of talk about just current state of movie theaters just in general. So we'll jump straight into our movie of the week for this week. That is Extraction. Who wants to take it away?
I think it would be a disservice to not have our
Stu,
resident
go
gun
ahead.
enthusiast.
That's right. Sue, take it away.
oh guys, I'm tired. Can we do this another time? I did it last week.
That was impromptu, but this one makes sense.
I don't have the
Yeah.
brain juice for this right now.
You
All
never
right,
have
fine.
the brain juice. Here, you want some?
All
I'll
right.
deliver it.
Okay, yeah, all right. Former Special Forces operative Tyler Rake
More
is
brain juice. More brain juice.
is out for money and what's the thing where you did something bad and you want to redeem yourself for it?
With nothing
Redemption.
to live for.
And looking for redemption in a bullet that he hopes finds his face. In this nonstop action-packed action ride of action, where he has to rescue a goofy Indian kid with a silly accent from the clutches of a vicious crime lord in the streets of India. Or was it one of those other closer countries? I don't know. Whatever. One of those East Asian companies. No, yeah. Not East Asian, sorry. What you know what I'm trying to say. Do people say West Asian? Whatever. Will he make it out and extract the goofy kid in time?
It's two brothers.
It's different.
It's just called Two Brothers.
It's just called Extraction. It's just called... There.
Don't clap.
Jordan had his flu game. Stu had his lack of
My brain juice game.
Still delivered. Kobe tore his Achilles, and Stu
Still
delivered.
hit the free
That's right.
throws.
And he hit one free throw.
Dude, do you guys think
Stu-
you could make an NBA free throw?
No.
With wait. You mean like with a torn Achilles, or just make
Just
one in
no, I'm
general?
like in perfect conditions.
Oh, with no crowd,
No,
nobody there, right?
with a crowd.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always make fun of those people making those shots from half court, be like, dumbass. But if I were in that position, God, man, I don't know what I'd do.
You'd be lucky to throw the ball on the right side of the court.
Dude, I'd be lucky to even hit the net with the bottom part of the ball. Swish. Nope, that sun it needs to go in the hoop. Maybe like, great. Do I get another
No,
shot at
I
this?
hit the net. Didn't you hear the sound? It made the sound.
If I did it, I would shoot as
Throw
hard
up.
as I can. No, even better. I'd shoot it as hard as I can. My left arm will fly out of its socket, and then I will throw up.
And then you get the
think
consolation prize.
I would like to. Do I have any time to practice, or just like right now, stand there,
No, like
you
right
make a
now,
game-winning free throw?
you hung up
No,
from
I
the
miss.
podcast, you walked outside your room, and you're on the free throw line
Yeah,
with
there you go.
with 9 other sweaty dudes around you. Some of them talking
Game on the
shit.
line.
Not necessarily
Game on
game
the
on
line.
the line. It
No
could
time.
be
No
like
time.
opening.
Time is completely expired from the NBA championship.
But
No
it's like
time left on the
the refs
clock.
were like, well, was a foul, so they got to give you the shot, even though there's no
That's
time
right.
on the clock.
Down by 1 with 2
Yep.
free throws you got to hit.
Yep.
And you just got to tie it.
And everybody that is your starters are all hurt on the bench.
Yeah, you're playing with
And
third
for some
string
reason,
guys.
that's right. And you're just playing with a third string guy. Water boy's playing.
Mhm.
I don't know
G
why, but
League.
that's right. You cannot go into overtime.
So
Well,
here's the play. David misses the first shot. He banks
Nope.
the second one
misses the
off the
second
rim.
one.
He goes up for the rebound. Then
There's no
Draymond Green
time.
runs and kicks in the nuts.
And then you get 2 more free throws. And then you just repeat that cycle until you finally make one. Although each time you go to the
My nuts are
line, you're gonna be in
exploded.
increasing amount of pain because you keep getting kicked in the nuts.
And no
Dude,
one's gonna
I
call
think-
shit on Draymond.
I think if that was the way it recurring that you kept going to the free throw line, I think I'd be at some point just be like, Coach, I can't do it anymore. Actually, after the initial pain of the first two, where your testicles just
They're
explode,
just turned to dust.
you wouldn't be able to feel pain anymore.
Yeah, and then it won't distract you, and you can sink the
Right.
free throws.
So it would be 4 rounds that it would take.
Yeah, Draymond Green's gonna fondle your testicles, dude.
He's just gonna
He
snap.
said, and then Thor's gonna show up, and he says, "You should have aimed for the head." And then get it, ha 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 ha.
That's the one penis joke for this episode.
The one?
Actually,
Pretty
we
sure
made
we've
a
made
lot.
like 6 at least.
all
Yeah,
right.
and stay
So,
tuned for more.
Since Stu pretty much hobbled his way into winning a championship on giving us a synopsis, Ben, tell us what you thought about this movie.
Well, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting much, but man, did this let me down. The action wasn't that great, and it had some okay moments, but nothing really that stuck out to me. The
pretty
choreographing was
funny.
lazy and
Quick,
uninspiring.
It's
Just a
quick
bunch
pretty-
of shaky
wall.
cam shots.
It's so shaky. I can't even
Bundled
see.
together would make something comprehensible. I really can't see myself giving this anything better than a 2 out of 10.
All right,
Okay, what's
so-
your real review?
Yeah, give us the real one now.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I mean, but not only that, but my God, fucking Sly, holy fuck, he was just trying so hard and he couldn't really deliver on the fun action ideas. He's so fucking old. Like, what the fuck?
What movie are you talking about?
Yeah, what movie are you watching?
Wait, this isn't Rambo Last Blood?
If this
Oh,
was like,
my bad. I'm sorry. I'm looking at notes for action movies that disappointed me this year. Oh. Okay, but real talk.
We
8
saw
out of 10.
Rambo last year.
Shut up, David. It was funny. 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Maybe even 8.5. I don't know. This I do mean that I wasn't expecting much. I truly did mean that. I was a bit skeptical of it. It's a straight to Netflix movie. Movies like that are a little bit shaky for me. It means that a movie distribution company didn't really want to pick it up because they're kind of scared of it. I mean, even though it was produced by one of the Russo brothers, um, I think this is the director's first movie. It was the
Yep.
stunt coordinator for the Marvel movies, right?
Yep.
Uh,
And it
um,
shows.
yeah, it does. It was it definitely reminded me of it in a good way. It was the stunt double for Captain America too. And hey, that's kind of I don't remember his name, but the director for John Wick, right? He was the stunt double for Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. So
Oh.
yeah, so fun fact there. Um, Now the Marvel movies, in my opinion, didn't really have like the best fight choreography in the world. I mean, they were okay, but it was more kind of supplemental to highlighting the actors, right? They didn't go really hard in it. It was just kind of there, and they had some
Yeah.
cool moments, but like it was mostly just very blurry shots because they didn't really want to capture the actor's face because it's supposed to be all about them looking real nice and all that, and they don't want to get them
Just
hurt. So
nothing in the face, bro. Nothing in the
yeah,
face.
yeah, nothing in the
Moneymaker.
face. But I will say this: I was definitely very, very, very surprised by this movie. Like, the action was definitely top notch. The movie definitely had me thinking of John Wick at times, like you said, Stu, earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely had some crazy choreography. It was something that I wasn't really anticipating because the Marvel movies. I thought it was just going to be a whole bunch of shaky cam bullshit. They try to like tape it together and then call it a day. But no, it was very cohesive and comprehensible, and the action supplemented the story and the tension really really well. You know, I do think that the story at times kind of slumped, especially in regards to that kid that you're talking about. But everything else surrounding that, man, like Chris Hemsworth, Jesus Christ, he fucking
He's
delivered.
so hot right now.
He is so fucking hot right now. God damn.
So so hot right now.
If you told me that someone was gonna come around in the year 2020 with like a fucking mix of John Wick and Crocodile Dundee, like holy shit, man, I would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But god damn, this movie really delivered. It really did. I am constantly thinking of like some of the action scenes in this movie and how fucking cool it was. Like, damn, man.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Hell yeah. I really like this movie. All right, David, go to your disappointing review.
Yep.
I,
That's great, David. So
Oh,
what
yep.
okay.
I thought about
I don't know what I can say that can I don't know encompass everything that this movie is. Like based on the fact that I heard from several other people that they really enjoyed it. Um, I know that of recent a lot of these I don't know, not really down on their luck, but kind of just like these tired, like mercenaries, these guys who are just like on their last tour or just, kind of, just kind of running into like the situation where they're just like, oh, I have to because I have to do this or I have to go rescue somebody or something like that. But I feel like out of all of them that's happened, this one is probably the most closest one to like what you guys were discussing was like John Wick, which is kind of like he kind of is reluctant, right? He's not trying to be a hero at the end of the day, right? He's just trying to get the job done, but at the same time, it a lot of the scenes that you guys are talking about, like the reason why they feel so great or they're very engrossing is mostly to the fact that you can see that he's a trained killer, like he's had lots and lots of training, but at the same time he's just tired, right? He's on his last legs. Like he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's like, oh, I kind of have to do this because I need the money, right? And being challenged with that, it's really hard to be able to kind of portray that without constantly having to add a lot of dialogue, and you don't need to, right? They don't. He was able to capture that sentiment throughout the entire movie. That it's just kind of like crap just keeps happening, right? Things keep going wrong, and he's just kind of like, well, crap, I got to wing this again. why doesn't anything seem to be going right? And you kind of get a peek, a little bit of like the reason why he is the way he is. And so I was really glad that we were able to kind of see snippets of it, that it wasn't like overbearing, like, oh, this is how his story happened. It's like, half an hour worth of just dialogue and just backstory and all that stuff. But you kind of get peppered with it just enough to be able to make sense why he made certain decisions, that, doing certain things, without giving away like what the movie's about. So for me, I give it a 9 out of 10. And in terms of like action movies, if it's not just like, a lot of times they run into the problem of action movies are just a lot of unnecessary violence. We're just like, yeah, it's really cool to be able to kind of see like, oh, that's what they're doing and stuff like that. But sometimes the situations that they're being placed in just don't make sense. I feel like this is very possible, very real. And just like if that was to happen out in the streets and seeing them like fighting and stuff like that. So for me, that the realism helped dial it up. The story was great. And I'll leave some of the other stuff for the spoiler zone. What about you, Stu?
Yeah, I totally psyched you guys out. I thought this movie kind of sucked, like when I first saw
Oh, me too. Thank God. Oh, phew. I thought you were gonna be mad at me.
it.
So back to my 2 out of 10 rating.
Okay. No, but I was when I remember the night I watched it the first time. I was like, I don't know. I kind of saw something about it, but I had heard I think a similar movie had come out with Mark Wahlberg a few months ago. Not similar, but like a similar type of action movie, and it didn't get very good reviews. And I never saw it, and I was kind of nervous that like when I started playing, I was like, is this going to be the same thing? Well, it's Chris Hemsworth, and let's try it. But man, I was pleasantly surprised, and kind of like how when I first went to go see John Wick the first time, I didn't know what it was going to be about, so I kind of walked into a blind. Um, so this one, yeah, definitely was surprising for me. All of the action was great. Like it was very um, true to life type stuff. And I'm sure some of the stuff is a little like for you got to make it like you got to punch it up for movies, but still there was a lot of the stuff is based in real tactics and stuff like that. So um, I thought it was great. I think Chris Hemsworth did a great job. I haven't looked in to see how like if he did like Keanu Reeves style training, but I imagine he had to have to pull that kind of stuff off as cleanly as he did, especially with the way they shot a lot of the sequences. So yeah, and if this is post MCU well, I guess not necessarily post MCU Chris Hemsworth, but man, I I'm looking forward to a lot more of things like this from him. So I give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh,
D-
ooh.
Does this give you guys more faith to direct to like Netflix movies? Like I know that we all saw The Irishman. We thought it was pretty well done. It's a little bit on the longer side, but I feel like a lot of these movies, kind of like what we were discussing previously last week, about Amazon possibly purchasing AMC. Um, does do you guys feel like now at this point, direct to consumer streaming movies, these movies are now legitimized?
I think this gives me a more hope for them. I don't know if it completely legitimizes them, but yeah, this definitely gives me a lot more hope. I have seen a few straight to Netflix movies, movies that uh, they didn't really get any good deals with distributors, so they just ended up on Netflix. Like that the recent Cloverfield movie or something. Those movies. It definitely showed that yeah, I could see why no one would really want to pick this up. It's horseshit. This movie, however, I can't really imagine why no one would want to pick it up or anything.
Idiots.
I know it seemed pretty good, and I was a little scared because I saw some of the reviews before going into it. I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of scared about this. But going into it, I can wholeheartedly say that this is riding up on maybe even John Wick. I don't know. Like it's definitely up there.
Do you guys feel like the stigma for most like, yeah, movie critics is still there? That direct to streaming is kind of just like, it wasn't good enough to get picked up for wide release.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But we aren't like that, right? Because we're paid directly by Amazon. I mean, sponsored
I
by
mean
Netflix.
Netflix. I mean Hulu. I mean
Uh, All right, so moving straight into the spoiler zone, sponsored by Voodoo.
Okay, what's
Sorry.
another one? What's another one? PlayStation movies, or
What?
I don't know.
It's okay. All right, well, just jumping straight into the spoiler zone because there's so much stuff I want to
This
talk
is
about.
like the
So
first actual spoiler zone we've done in a while.
I know.
I know because most people probably haven't seen this. So
All right, well,
all
let's
right,
suit up.
keep it
Come on.
warm.
All right, come
Right.
on.
Zzz.
Arms up. Let's go.
Dang it! You got to get sprayed down, don't you? Disinfected.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't want to bring
make sure all
Corona
the
into the
coronas
spoiler
is
zone.
off of us.
All right, name. I said name.
David
All right, last name.
Chen.
Current time is 1900.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is that mist?
Cutting
Stop
to
spreading.
extraction toast.
I guess you have to do this without me. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're running a little bit short on time. But just in general, if you got into this part, go see the movie. If you don't, if you want to hear some spoilers, then stick around. Stu, we'll just jump straight into it. What were some of your favorite favorite parts of this movie?
All right. So I think we can all agree that the continuous action sequences were fucking radical.
Oh, awesome!
And I hope, and I think, and I hope that because of the success of this and the success of what was the other movie that had it recently?
1917.
Or 1917. I hope we start to see this more, because I think something about the continuous shots, just like, I don't know, it just makes it so much better.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, a lot of thought has to go into it. That's the
yeah,
thing.
a
You know,
lot
you
of
can't just like slap it together and hope it
yeah,
works. No, you have to do everything right because the
right,
audience, will notice immediately that, hey,
right,
you're doing a continuous action shot. I'm, paying attention
yeah,
to every single little detail that's going on and making
That's right.
sure that this whole thing makes sense in a
right.
flow.
Yeah, and that's why I think like the amount of work that Chris Hemsworth had to do, like training for this, it had to be a lot, and I just appreciate the effort that goes into it, not just from the actor but from everyone else involved.
Yeah.
To obviously some of the scenes are like kind of like they're cleverly kind of put together as if they're continuous, but still it still works.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, how many kids do you think Chris Hemsworth had to beat up, to get him in that shape?
Man, you just probably just body slamming kids every day for 8
God, I,
hours.
I don't know how many times I rewound that part, but man.
Dude, like that slap was so firm and decisive, and there was discipline and disappointment that was being. You could feel every fight, just like every skin cell that was transferred from his hand to the kid's face. I literally it was just like he didn't just slap him; he slapped his kids.
he
Damn.
slapped the curry right out of him.
Wow.
Actually, in that region of
Oh, tikka
India,
masala.
they don't.
I don't. It's actually more a Mumbai cuisine. I don't know.
Wow.
All right, what
But
about you, Ben? Oh,
wait,
go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
wait.
Oh, you're done,
Well,
Stu. All right, it's my
okay,
turn.
okay,
Hey,
Stu.
fine.
David
I
says
don't
go.
let
my
me stop you.
turn.
Okay, go. I don't care. Just go.
All right, Stu, go ahead.
No,
I
I'm
got
done.
him for you.
No, I'm done.
I already muted him.
You muted me.
No, Ben.
No, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I'll
All right.
circle back to it, but you can go ahead.
All right.
All right, Ben, go.
I will say that my favorite scene was definitely that first really long take with the car chase inside. Wait, no, it was the car chase alongside that hunt inside of that. What
The
what was that apartment complex
apartment
or?
complex building something.
Yeah, that scene was just so fucking tense. It was like, it was like this hunt, and you knew like something was going to happen and you didn't know when, but they took their time. They really just made it so fucking tense. And then just out and, just when you think you're safe, that nothing's going to happen, Chris Hemsworth just comes out of nowhere and just starts off that action. It was something that really accentuated like the rest of the action for the movie. It was just so raw and visceral. And then what I really liked about it was how he got into that fight with shit, what's his name? Saju? Is that his
Saju.
name? Yeah,
Saju.
that whole fucking sequence was beautiful. Like one of my whole gripes with Marvel movies is how perfect everything is, including the action scenes. You know, there's so many fucking times, like excluding the city battles in Avengers 1 and 2, that somehow, you know, they end up in this perfect situation for like a one-on-one fight, you know, or not
Yeah.
even a one-on-one fight, but just like, you know, oh, there's no civilians or anything, and
Yeah.
it's
No
completely dead. Like,
bystanders.
yeah, no bystanders. You know, Captain America Civil War, they're at a, you know, oh yeah, they evacuated the airport, now we have this whole place to like fucking trash or something. Or fucking, you know, Black Panther, oh look, we went down into the mines of Wakanda, now we can have this one-on-one fight. Or fucking Captain America Winter Soldier, oh look, we're in this crowded New York area, but just you and me, Winter Soldier. It's always like that. I'm just like, what the fuck, come on, it's a little unbelievable. I know it's fucking superheroes, but come on, man, like there has to be some sort of realism attached to it, and
Collateral
this did it perfectly. You know, they get into this fight in downtown, right? They're going at it, and it's beautifully choreographed, but at the same fucking time, there are just fucking people driving through, and they're like, hey, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing, but I got shit to deliver. You know, it's just like,
Look, dude, you see those guys fighting back there?
yeah, I know. No, there was
Don't
this guy
stop. Don't
on a
stop. The curry will get cold.
I know, the fucking guy was on a moped, and he just like drives in the middle of them while they're having a fucking knife fight. And then later on, you know, they're still going at it, and you know, some guy's like,
Run over
okay,
by
I'm
a
tired of waiting for this shit, and he just plows into Chris Hemsworth.
bus.
It was fucking perfect. And then Saju gets the same shit from Chris Hemsworth. It was amazing. I love that fucking scene. And that's the best part. Like, even though that was my favorite action scene, it was that by like a tiny hair. There's so many
Yeah.
fucking sequences in this movie that I could talk about that were fucking amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I
One
don't
of
want to take up too much time though.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of that particular fight was, as you were mentioned with all the people around, is
Yeah.
that at one point Chris Hemsworth is about to like throw a knife strike at Saju,
Yeah.
but he has to stop because the guy on the moped goes by.
Yeah, I know.
I think you guys were talking about the reason why you guys enjoy 1917 so much is that continuity,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys mentioned about there was that part where they were talking about the dog, right? Where they
Oh,
mentioned that
right.
they were like, yeah,
When they
there
were
was that.
driving away, there's like some
Correct,
guy just
correct.
happened to mention it. Yeah.
And so that's that continuity that kind of ties that those are those details that I feel like those are the things that stitch the entire movie together, right? The fact that he had to stop halfway because he's like, well, this guy's not a part of this, you know, this fight that I'm having, so I'm gonna let this guy go by, and then we're gonna go back at it, right? It's like it wasn't done as like a comedic pause. It was just more of just like this is how hectic this world is for
Mm-hmm.
everybody in general, and the fact that some people just can't stop for it, right? And
Yep.
they you know, this would be something that would actually happen in real life, right? Like we talk about mob mentality, we talk about just innocent bystander mentality as well, right? Where you see people getting beat up in the street, who's there to help him, right? Nobody's there to help him. Like, whoa, this guy's injured or anything like that.
Oh,
They're just like, whoa, stay away,
I think
let
if
them
I
finish
saw,
whatever they're doing.
I think if I saw like two secret agent looking guys at having a knife fight, I think I'd leave them to their own devices.
Yeah.
I definitely ain't getting involved in this.
Yeah.
All right, so you know, since we're running out of time, I just want to jump to the one question I have for the both of you:
Uh huh.
Is he alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah. I mean, Ovi is fucking alive. He was swimming at the end of the movie. You dumb fuck.
No. Rake,
Tyler,
is Rake alive?
he's
Is
alive.
that Rake at the end?
He's alive.
Ooh, man,
Ben?
that's tough. That is tough. I'm not sure. I don't know.
So the shape looks like him. The idea of him being there is also it's great. So I actually read a article that said that they left it super ambiguous because they tested both endings. They had an ending where he passes
Hmm.
away, and there's another ending where he lives, and they couldn't decide, so they did one in between, which is the one that we have now, which leaves it up to question. So I guess, do you feel like that's a cop out because they're this movie they're hoping does so well that they might be able to get another sequel, that might be able to get a sequel out of it?
Squeakle. I
Squeakle.
think, yeah, I think one of the challenges probably for these Netflix type movies is that they don't know how well it's going to do to like try to plan for another one. Kind of if I always go back to Narcos, where they like it was a
Well,
really
after the
great
first
first.
season.
Yeah, the first
Mhm.
season was awesome, but they didn't know if they were going to get picked up for another one, so they kind of like blew their load on the first one, and then second and subsequent seasons were kind of like, I mean, still good, but it just wasn't. I don't think they were as good as the first one.
What, you don't want to watch about the Cali cartel?
I mean, I did watch it, but I mean, I'm just saying,
Oh,
like the first one was like they kind of like blasted through Pablo Escobar, and then they kind of like, oh shit, we got another season, and we kind of already told the whole story. Uh,
yeah. I
Stretch
was
this
like,
one
well,
out.
yeah, and they're like, we wasted the entire premise of this in the
Yeah,
first season. What do we do now?
yeah, but I think this probably had a similar thing where it's like they didn't know if it was gonna be good enough to get like a sequel, so they kind of try to split the difference and try to like, maybe if this is a good enough ending, if it's the last one, if this is it, or maybe there's another one. So
Do you think do you think it was required for Tyler Rake to live for there to be a sequel?
I would think so. I don't know if I would want to watch. I don't think you can get an audience attached to a character like that,
What,
and
you're
then
telling me
just
you're not attached to Reduce Scar Jaiwazla?
who the
He
hell's
was
that?
pretty cool.
He played Ovi.
He was pretty
What is he
cool.
going to become?
Are you? Yeah,
Super
I was
secret
actually kind of
operative?
sad. I was saddened by the fact that Saju is dead.
Yeah, he was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah,
I
I
know,
re-
dude. In that kind of like, for me, it was reminiscent of the last the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, or
hmm
this is the first one where uh, Sean Bean's character
first.
um is the
Fuck.
first one, and then he's
yeah,
like, no matter how many arrows they put into him, he's
yeah.
still swinging away. I'm like, oh my god! I was like, dude, he's gonna live. He's gonna live. It's good, and he's dead. I was like,
Saju, no,
I
Yeah,
know.
dude,
Jaka, no.
he had such a cool last stand too, though. Like
Yeah,
that fucking desperation shot of him crawling away and just shooting randomly. Holy fuck, that was so
Oh,
fucking cool! Oh my fucking god! Ah
that
man,
was
yeah,
that was heartbreaking.
that
So
was.
yeah.
if they had let him live, I think
You
whether or
could
not Chris Hemsworth's in it,
you
I
could
think they.
survive a headshot, right? You
I
could
don't know.
survive your brains being
Not the
blown
one
out,
where they
the back of your
where
head.
yeah. I don't know. You're the gun expert. You tell me.
No, he's dead.
Okay, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this as Chris Hemsworth like pulling his blood back into
Yeah,
his head.
he's trying to cramming his brains back into his head.
We
It'll
can
be
fix this.
okay.
We can fix this.
So, based on your guys' reaction, I'm assuming you guys would like to see a second one.
Oh, definitely.
I would like to see a second one for sure.
Yeah.
If you guys were to write it, what would the premise be? Right, the bad guy, the drug
See that?
lord who captured him already is dead.
How
Right,
about this?
we're in the spoiler zone. It's already over. So,
Okay,
go
so how
ahead.
about this? Here's my idea. It just came to me. So the big bad guy and his little henchman there.
Okay.
They oh wait, no, wait, he's dead. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
No,
all
no,
right,
no.
uh,
you're done. You're done.
No, no, wait, hold on, wait. That
okay, no.
guy,
So the
that
little
he's the
henchman,
second guy. Yeah. So
the up
there's
and
another
comer, the up and comer that shot Tyler in the neck. He becomes the guy. He becomes a big
No, the
bad.
guy who shot him in the neck was the general. The general's
No,
dead.
no, that was the kid. That was the kid from the chopped his
Oh,
finger
okay,
off.
yeah. You're right. Sorry.
Um, he becomes the big bad, and then they somehow get a hold of the hot Indian lady who's in charge of Tyler.
Nick.
What's her name?
Nick.
Oh yeah, they get a hold of her, and he has to go extract her now.
Hmm.
And then graphic nudity, graphic sex scene, roll credits.
My God, I think he's right. All right. So if that were to happen, you heard it here first on the Dos and a Half Cinco's podcast, episode
Yep.
40. The time is 8:07 on May 18th, 2020. Stu broke news first.
Yep, I got all the credit. I get all the credit. This is my idea. This is
Wait.
my
I got
IP.
one.
Hey,
I got one.
All right, go.
I said gratuitous nudity.
Wait, but I said to gratuitous. Okay, how about this? Fucking prequel. Adventures of Chris Hemsworth and David Harbour.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, fucking David
Mm-mm.
Harbour. What the why?
Man, I was so excited to see him too because he was so good too. Holy
Why
Actually,
did
shit.
you
you
know what?
betray
That would
me?
be such a cool movie.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to see more David Harbour, and I'm
I
sad
was
that he
watching.
got done in by a 14-year-old.
Well, he kind of asked
Well,
for it.
he also kind of went soft, right? I mean, he was just like, I'm kind of out of the game. I don't really do this thing anymore.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta always watch it back.
Right. Watch your back.
Yeah, but I was watching this with my girlfriend, and she was like, the guy
Stranger
from
Hopper.
Stranger Things, Hopper. She
Hopper,
couldn't remember the
why?
name, and I was like, "It's his name starts with a D, Hopper." And he goes, She was like, "That doesn't start with a D," and I was
I
like,
think
"I
it's
don't know
Dennis
why."
Hopper. Is it Dennis Hopper? No, that's
Is
an
it Dennis
actor.
Hopper?
That's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hopper.
don't
Jim
know.
Hopper.
Clayton
Jim.
Hopper.
It's Jim. God damn.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Hope it's
Clayton.
Hopper.
Hopper
Clayton.
Hopper.
Hopper.
Your name is
Benedict
Hopper
Hopper.
Hopper.
Actually, he's like Prince or Madonna. It's only one
Okay,
word.
it's just Hopper.
It's Hopper.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. We're kind of low on time, but I wrote out this thing and I really wanted to touch on it because I
Mhm.
spent so much time on it. But
All right, go.
so one of my favorite parts of the movie, actually, I think my favorite part was during that whole apartment complex search. There's a sequence where Chris Hemsworth or Tyler Rake gets involved in some CQC action against the CQC against the
For those uninitiated,
yeah
CQC.
close quarters combat
There we go.
with the local police and or the I don't know if they're like I'm sure they're corrupt, but whatever, the police. And he punches one of them with like the gun, and then he racks a slide to shoot the other guy.
Oh, that
Ooh,
was
yeah.
And
Oh,
I
man.
thought
was
that was so.
tasty.
That was just like as like a gun
So
guy.
slick.
That was like I appreciate those types of details being shown in film because that kind of stuff it's always kind of glossed over. Like, yeah, he's got infinite ammo. The gun always works. Blah blah blah. Um, but I was a little confused because it happened so fast as to why he needed to do that. So I
Played it
for
back.
those so I went back and rewatched it several times.
Just for
Um,
audience's
mhm.
enjoyment, so that way you could explain it for them.
Yeah, exactly. So in case anyone was wondering about this scene, because I really enjoyed it. So what happens is as he shoots the cop after he punches one of them with like the gun. If you remember, like he punches him in the neck,
Mm-hmm.
and
Makes
then
sense.
he takes it and he moves to shoot the other guy, but the other guy grabbed hold of his gun, but he still shot him. So what happens there is that because he had a hold of it, the slide it probably didn't cycle all the way, so it probably had a failure to feed the bullet, or failure to extract the one he just shot. So he uses his vest to rack the slide to eject the round that was stuck, and then he continues to fuck shit up right after that.
Oh my god. He used it to extract the extraction.
Like
Oh
I
my
get
god.
they put the movie
He said the
title.
name of the movie in the movie.
He extracts.
Honestly, Stu, that I
Mhm.
think that'd be really cool if there was a way for us to do a play-by-play and have you explain it as it's happening.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
it's
lend
running
you
in
my
my head.
tablet.
Yeah,
I'll
Okay.
lend you my
And then
tablet
you
so
can
you can
start
do the
circling
circles.
And they
things.
go
Yeah.
Oh,
boom, and then he runs
great.
over here. The tight end runs over here, and boom, tough action to action, boom. Uh, but
Extraction.
yeah, boom. But actually, as a result of watching this scene so many times, I started to get a little worried because I started counting his bullets. I'm like, wait a minute, he's shooting quite a
48,
Ooh.
yeah, he's
65,
shooting quite a bit in this scene,
92,
and
100.
it would be really disappointing if they put all this detail into it and then just gave him infinite ammo.
What's the
So I did
verdict?
actually sit there and count the shots between
Ooh.
the scenes that
He did the math. He did the
I
math.
did the math from the start of when you first it comes back from Avi, and he shoots one guy, and that's where I started counting. So and it does check out from what I've seen.
Ooh.
I believe he's carrying if he's carrying a Glock 17 that holds 18 rounds plus one in the chambers, that's 19 rounds, and he either fired 18 or 19 times. So it's
Man,
all
I don't
good.
know what those numbers mean, but that sounds impressive.
Yep.
Well, thank you for breaking that down. I guess we might have to create just a special segment anytime we do any of these action movies for
Yeah,
us.
something I
Do a
can latch
breakdown.
onto and really get down deep into.
Yeah. So, well, it sounds like you guys would be more than happy to see a sequel, especially the Stew variant. I would be
Oh
interested in watching that. What, Ben?
no, that was me.
Oh,
What
That's-
about
sorry. Go ahead.
this
Wait, no, it's me.
alternate sequel? Uh, John Wick Tyler Rake crossover.
Ooh. I would not be
I think
opposed.
that's a winner. That's a
I-
winner.
John Wick
Actually,
versus Tyler Rake.
no. What would be really, really
In
good is this.
space.
Is what? No,
Nothing.
what they should do is they should do a crossover, but then they each shoot their own movie from their perspective.
Oh my
Mm.
god, that'd be so sick.
Right? Can you imagine? Like you start at one point, right? And then
like
it's
you-
following John Wick from the very beginning, and then it hits a certain point, they cross over, and then you still follow John Wick, but it completes the story however it ends.
Yeah. Who's the bad guy? Who's the protagonist? Who's the
I don't know.
antagonist? And then you have the third movie where it takes both of their perspectives into account at the very end of both of those two movies, merges them into one, and realize they have a common enemy, and it's Tyler Rake just teamed up with John Wick against this common foe. And it's common.
Common.
Common, he's back again. What professional courtesy?
Yeah. Why'd you make him a fob?
I don't know.
Why?
The professional
It's
courtesy.
you just like have a fucking spinner in your room that you just spin to see what kind of accent you put on.
Yeah, except for all the slices of the pie all say Chinese accent. Which one would I pick?
except for the one that says bad Irish accent. Or
Toy. You'll buy now.
it's like the bankrupt in Wheel of Fortune.
All right. Well, I feel like we've extended this one quite a bit, so we're gonna jump out of the spoiler zone, guys. What movie are we watching this week? I know that Ben, you had some ideas. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys have some ideas, I think I would vote to do this. Now that's what I call Cinco segment.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, what kind of category do we want to start off with?
Horror.
Horror.
Right.
Wow. Everyone said horror. Wow. Even David, right? Yeah, I love horror. Okay.
I love
That's
horror.
not how it sound.
I love it. A scary movie.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Okay. So, scary movie. Who wants to
Two.
pick a movie first?
Scary movie 2.
3.
That's not. No, those aren't scary. No, horror movie, not scary.
No, I
movie.
call that a scary movie.
Now that's what
No.
I call a scary movie.
No, we're
One.
not. No.
All right,
no,
scary movie 1 it is.
We're not doing any of the scary movies.
But
And we're
it's
not doing
scary.
Scream.
As
How
much as
good
I
they
would like
are.
to do Scary Movie 3.
I would too. Trust me, I would too. But we'll save that for that. That's what I call a Cinco's comedy special.
All right, well then hit me with scary movie. Wait, what was the movie that you guys said?
Ooh,
that
how
we
about
should watch?
there's one that I never saw that I'm supposed to have seen.
The Wretched?
No.
It's Mar.
No, it's fuck.
Well,
It's the
okay.
what's his name?
Lighthouse.
Key and Peele.
Oh, Get Out.
Us.
Get Out. Yeah.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that?
No.
You haven't seen that?
Wow.
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't seen Us.
Okay, let's watch Us then. I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
I know Ben doesn't like it.
No, but out of the two, I think Get Out would probably be a better movie.
Yeah, I like Get Out a lot more.
Doesn't he have another one coming out?
This is Us.
No, that's a TV show. You dumb fuck.
No, I know that. It's super scary
No, it's
seeing
not.
what real life in
God.
in suburban USA looks like, because we're all players.
Although I want to watch something that's really will make David like really scared. Like
Yeah, so I have a suggestion. So for this
Okay.
segment, we could take turns for 3 weeks and have one of us choose a movie in that category for a total of 3 weeks for this volume. Or we all vote for a single movie for this collection and just have that be the movie representative of that category.
I mean, we can play with it and we'll pick one and see how it goes, I guess.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then for this one, let's just have one of us randomly choose a movie then.
The Platform.
It's not a horror movie.
God damn it. Okay, one of okay, you, me, and Stu. You, and me, Stuart.
Bird
Choose
Box.
one.
Yeah,
Because
David's gonna pick like, I don't know, Ernest goes to camp.
He goes to spooky camp.
Ernest goes to
Uh,
the graveyard. Ernest doesn't go to the graveyard.
the Scooby Doo one where he's got the scary guy and
Scoop.
oh,
No.
you know what? There's one I haven't watched. I think it's on Netflix called The Ritual. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't. Is that something you think would really scare the shit out of David, or do you
I don't
want to
know.
choose a different one?
I
One
guess I'd
from
have
the
to.
back catalog that you
I'd
think
have.
would really scare the shit out of David.
That's tough.
That is, isn't it?
I
David, you
know
don't have me
when
saving the show.
Hunger Games is
Hunger
probably the
Games.
scariest movie
Uh,
because the most
Angry Birds.
scary. Dude, it's so scary how good it is.
Oh man, this is tough.
Drag Me to Hell. The
what-
Thing.
All right, you guys are running out of time.
Uh, those are my two picks. I don't know.
Fuck.
What do you say, Stu? The Orphanage.
Fucking. Man, this is hard to
Pan-
do on the spot.
Pan's Labyrinth.
I need to put some thought in this. I don't know if I can just come up with
Nope.
one on the spot.
I'm not gonna put one up, so you guys have to on the spot.
Okay, fine. We're gonna do. Okay, I'll choose for this week, and then Stu, you can choose for next week.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. We are going to do, since this is more relevant, kind of, Drag Me to Hell.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
David's like, guys, I quit the podcast.
Yeah, I got
Well,
something to do for the next few months.
I guess we never review movies ever again. We stopped at 40.
Okie
Okay.
dokie, Dr. Jones.
All right. What? Hold on to your potato. All right. So join us next week. We'll be covering Drag Me to Hell. As part of our new segment
I'm
called
so excited.
Cinco Game Time Vision Sonic and Knuckles. Oh, sorry. Make sure to catch us this week. Also wanted to by the time this probably gets released, I just want to say a early happy birthday to our one of our listeners, Keith Barunde.
Woo!
Yeah, his birthday will be on Thursday, so we might do something special for the on the live stream. I haven't decided yet. We haven't figured it out, but we'll talk about it. So make sure to join us next week. We'll be covering Drag Me to Hell, and then we'll get to see which movie Stu thinks will scare me, which will probably be all of them. So there's not much mystery in that. Make sure to catch us on all of your favorite social media outlets, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, especially. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Let us drop a comment in there and let us know how we're doing and what else you would like to see us covered, as well as what we've been doing every week, which is the Twitch stream. This week we'll probably be doing. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? We're doing Broforce again.
I guess we got to give Joe what he wants.
Yeah, I know. We completed. I know for all of you who were screaming for Gauntlet, we finished it. All right, we're done. We're gonna move on. Right, biggest Gauntlet streamers retiring.
Yep,
for now.
On top.
Yep, on top. So make sure to catch us there on Thursday at 7. Catch us on all your favorite social media outlets as well. As always, I've been your host, David.
I'm Stuart. Nope, I said it first.
Oh, I did. It was me. I did it because I'm
Well,
Stuart.
I'll be editing this, and I will just cut this part out
All right,
completely.
cool. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
I guess Ben wasn't on this podcast, so.
All right,
Don't forget to tip your Reiki Masters. Make sure to try to stay safe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.